This is France. How to distinguish it from other countries in Geoguessr. The key things to look for and to look at. Let's get started. Now, France. Let's see what we can look at. Now, first of all, this looks like the center of Paris. You know you're in the center of Paris. These poles right here are really important. This sidewalk, this curb is super Parisian. Cobblestone. Now the main thing, obviously we got a very lucky location here, but the main things to look at, well, Paris, the street signs, I'm sure you've seen these, super distinctive. Even the address signs are super distinct. French, of course. Of course, this is about a manifestation, because those people have a revolution every 3 days. You won't see very many flags here. Any government building, any school, any what they call mairie, which is town hall, is going to have both the European Union flag and the French flag. This is common for most of Europe. You won't see very many flags, but you will see them on schools and on government buildings. Alright, so let's see if we can get this exact location here and move on to the next thing. Passage des Marais, 10th district. So let's look for the 10th district. The districts are very well organized in Paris if you're looking for a district. The first starts in the center and then it kind of curves around like a little bit of a snail type of thing. So here you can see the second. The first is here somewhere. So it goes first, second, third, and you can, oh god, Google's so bad for this, but then it goes fourth here, and then fifth here. This is the fifth. I don't know why it's not showing up. Oh, here it's showing up. Fifth, and the sixth, and then the seventh, etc. All the way around. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 17th, 18th, and then it ends at 20. 20 is the very last one. So yeah, so here we're in the 10th, in what's called Passage des Marais. So I can probably get the exact location here, but don't really feel like trying like that. So yeah, I mean the architecture of Paris, which is called Haussmannien, after Haussmann, is these super nice buildings like this with this slanted roof on top, and the maids' quarters are these top rooms right here. So, and these nice little chimneys. So this kind of what's it called? Stone face. It's a architectural style that you'll find very, very often in France. So France, the country's magenta. So let's see if we came here from the east. So it's gonna be one of these right here. Let's see if we can find it. It's just here somewhere, so we should be able to get it. I don't really feel like trying on it, but yeah, it's somewhere over here, our original location, right? Alright, I'm just gonna go here, and oh, here it was. Okay, so let's go to the next round. So yeah, so the commonly I'd say the most commonly confused countries here would be Belgium and Luxembourg, because they both speak French. Oh, and Switzerland as well. Switzerland is a little tougher than Belgium and Luxembourg, but let's go with these ones first. So a lot of Geoguessr is just number plates. Oh, this pole right here is important. This is a really good example of a French utility pole. How it's concrete poured, and see how it has these little segmentations with kind of a little, not really ladder rungs, but that's kind of what they look like. So this utility pole looks very French. They have these in Central Europe as well, but Central Europe does look pretty different. So obviously French, right? That's a huge thing. But let's see. So to distinguish it from Belgium and from Luxembourg, Luxembourg has yellow number plates, both front and back. So that's just a quick, easy one. And Luxembourg doesn't really look like this. Luxembourg doesn't really have these small villages with these old houses like this. And Luxembourg and Belgium, both of them are going to have a lot of names that look either more Germanic or more Dutch. Even if you're right here, see if we just zoom in anywhere, see this name. This name doesn't look very French, but these people still speak French. So that's a good way to distinguish Belgium and the Luxembourg. Now, D139 right here, D is the departmental roads. So it's the smaller kind of backcountry roads. So here, see D, and then the second type of road is N, which is national, and here's departmental. Another interesting thing here is these signs. These signs are just, I've only ever seen these in France. The black surrounding like this, and obviously the French here. So this is kind of, this already tells you a lot about the country you're in. It's important to know that not necessarily the roads themselves, and also the roads are very badly organized. So I wouldn't be like, oh, up here, you know, it's D915, D918 must be really close to here, because if we go down here, look, we're going to have something like D900 something as well, D919, see, and it's only 4 off from the one that was 3,000 kilometers north of there. So they're always kind of hard to find, but yeah, here it kind of looks a little bit more, it could be central France. Vignoble, that's the name for vineyard. So that's important to know. That would tell me that we're kind of more in this part of France. Probably, let's go here, see if we get, yeah, there we go. Let's see, what else? So these lines right here on the side of highways, you'll see that pretty much only in France. Yeah, the important thing is to not confuse these with the Northern European dashed roads. These, each marking is way longer. So if we're in Estonia, if we're in Finland, Norway, Sweden, the sides of the roads are also dashed, but they're super small dashes. These dashes look like they're about a half a meter long or maybe a meter long, but the other ones are going to be 10 centimeters long, so they're just really small dashes. So this is kind of a typical French backcountry road. Now the best way to distinguish France, so I've covered, oh, these pines are super southern French. Like if you're in Nice and Antibes, like you'll see these trees everywhere. So that I've already covered how to distinguish it from, oh, I haven't said Belgium yet, but Belgium and Luxembourg both have kind of Germanic and Dutch names on their signs. Luxembourg has the yellow number plates front and back, and Belgium has white number plates but with red numbers and letters on it. So if you look at a number plate, you could easily see like the red kind of glow, you know? The thing with France too is that they have kind of this, they have the European number plate, so they have the blue line on the left side of the license plate, and on the right side they also have another blue little dot. And see 18 right here, this would be the department from which this car is from. So this looks southern to me, so I'll just kind of plop ourselves here somewhere. Oh man, that's embarrassing. Alright, let's go back here, see what we could have looked at. But also when you're in Brittany, so in northern France, oh yeah, I should have looked at the compass, because we're not looking south here. But yeah, so actually what I should have looked at was here. These rocks are kind of north. Anyways, that doesn't really matter. That's not really the topic of the video. But so to distinguish it from Switzerland, which has a lot of French around here, the roadsides in Switzerland are going to have around them a metal bar. So if you see a sign with the like directions towards a city in Switzerland, it's going to have kind of like a metal bar surrounding it, which I think is kind of a cool detail. And as well, it's also going to have some Germanic and Italian influence, so you can also see the difference in the names there. I think I've covered everything for France. Also, French branded cars, of course. Renault, you'll see these everywhere. Probably one of the most popular brands. Then Peugeot, see right here, we have just 3 Renaults right here. Then we have Peugeot 2 and Citroën. So let's see if we can find some. This looks like a, see, this is the Peugeot, kind of the lion, and this is the Citroën Perfect. Oh, this is the Sia. But here's a good example of the number plate, how you have the thin blue line here and the thicker blue line here. So take a good look at that and how those number plates look like. And yeah, the French, obviously. So yeah, it also, older cars have the yellow number plates. So that's kind of confusing if you're trying to distinguish it from Luxembourg. But most cars will have just the normal white ones. The yellow ones are old ones. So yeah, that's everything for France. Thanks for watching.